All right, Tate Griffin here. Welcome. Jake the Machine Davis. It's the 15-year anniversary show, and we're kicking it off just the way we did 15 years ago. The final verdict, Vince Vega on his way to the ring.
Nostalgia coming through the curtain there. Vince Vega making his return to the Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance.
Stepping in the ring with none other than High Tide Bodie Williams. These two men wrestled one-on-one, the first two men out of the curtain in the first match of the first event 15 years ago, almost to the day.
And what usually gets overlooked is not only is all that the case, but these guys have a storied history one-on-one. I mean, these guys have been rivals for that 15-year span. I mean, and they just kept coming back around the bend.
Vince couldn't help but tear up a poster from a young fan.
Great crowd, Elite Pro crowd here at Short Gap. This is a highly anticipated match. It's been building now for a few weeks. There's a lot of frustration. I mean, Vince Vega came out last time we were here at Short Gap and basically called out Bodie and said it's something that's been stuck in his craw, I believe was his exact words.
And speaking of Bodie Williams, getting ready to come through the curtain right now.
The High Tide making his return to Elite Pro as well. He's been on a bit of a hiatus.
You know, I talked to a lot of people that this is the match they've been looking the most forward to. And there he is. Former Elite Pro Heavyweight Champion, former Elite Pro Tag Team Champion, High Tide Bodie Williams, heading to the ring.
Forever Elite Pro Grand Prix champion as well.
Yeah, the very first one. Huge crowd here in Short Gap for the 15-year anniversary show.
Another thing amazing here is as the fans were entering the building, we see a lot of familiar faces that have always been around, but there were faces that were at the very first event that are sitting in this crowd tonight that watched this match whenever it happened, so they knew exactly what we were talking about when the build was happening.
Tell you a nice surprise, we only found out, you and I found out about, 2 hours ago, was when Doc Gregory walked in the room. He was the referee of this match, so all three men were in the very first match. Oh!
But Bodie Williams just chucks Vince Vega aside. I don't know if he thought, and you can see the frustration on Vince's face. Oh, and then attack from behind. Bodie able to hold on to that top turnbuckle and kind of shrugged it off. You can see the irritation in Bodie's face there, but I got to be honest. I mean, to Vince Vega's credit there, Bodie put his hands on it first and just kind of shrugged him aside, like, get out of the way.
I don't know if it was a good idea to turn your back on him when she did that.
Once again, there's 15 years of frustrations going on here from Vince Vega's standpoint. Vince Vega drawing the line in the sand, so to speak. Bodie Williams forever showing up in great shape.
Yeah. It's almost surreal to see these two guys in the ring. Vince playing those mind games.
Legendary photographer Tim Walker standing there at ringside. As usual at Elite Pros.
Vince with that Grinch-like smile. Without everything going on, still had time to go grab a poster.
Vega always notorious for hassling the fans and getting the very peak emotion out of him. And you can see that once again, that grin that you mentioned there. I mean, it just seems like he's always so cool, calm, and collected. And as far as the mind games, I mean, you can see Bodie over here pacing. He's stretching out. He's it's a combination of frustration and anticipation. Vince just taking his sweet time. I don't know in the nearly 20 years that I've known Vince Vega if he's ever had a single strand of hair out of place.
You can set your watch to that haircut. Nice lock up.
Nice side headlock there, Bodie. Oh, Bodie goes for the whip. Vince Vega almost baseball slid into that there. The way he put his knee down onto the thing, it actually put the brakes on even more. Bodie firing those forearms to the side of the rib cage there. Big shoulder tackle there.
I think you've had some pretty big matches with both of these guys. Do you venture a guess as to who's coming out on top in this?
I don't know, I gotta say, because, obviously Bodie Williams spent a lot of time in the gym getting ready for this match, so he's in peak top physical condition here. Vince Vega, I mean, with the mind games and Big clothesline there. Bodie one step ahead again. I think the quickness and the power may go to Bodie Williams here, and we're seeing it. Glancing blow on that shoulder tackle there. But Vince has always got Vince has always got the mind going. He's always figuring out the angle that he needs to get the advantage.
Oh,
Bodie now piecing some moves together here. Vince better get himself back together here because we're in the early stages of this match, and Vince looks like he's reeling already. Bodie Williams. Now a big slap to the face. I think he's still taking exception to him hitting him from behind and dumping him to the floor. Big knife edge chop there.
You can tell by the look on his face he's feeling that. Oh.
To go back to your question, though, Bodie Williams right now, I think that the longer this match goes, the more it's going to favor Vince Vega. Beautiful reversal into that hair pull. And Bodie...
I don't know if the ref caught either one of those. Oh, beautiful. Nice leg sweep.
Russian leg sweep out of a double nip up. Bodie has had an answer for everything that Vince Vega has brought to the table so far.
Taking a moment to put that headband back on.
And for the third time, nonetheless. Vince Vega, is it possible that Vince bit off more than he could chew here with Bodie Williams? That's very possible. I don't know when the last time Vince Vega's been in the ring. I know, once again, these guys have such a history. There was a time in a Ring Wars event whenever Bodie Williams shattered the nose of Vince Vega, and he had to have surgery on 2 different broken bones in his nose.
I know I mentioned a few minutes ago about you'd had matches with both of these. It's funny because the first match that comes to mind was cage matches. You wrestled both of these guys in a cage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vince Vega, he has like an anger, but there's a humor to it that I don't think he means to project, but waving the referee off, putting the boots right to Bodie's chest, that's a bad place to be.
I wonder now from Bodie Williams' cardio has never been in question, but stomping on the chest there and taking that win, you could see Bodie was breathing with his mouth open there, and he came out such a house of fire. Is it possible that he would have used all he had in the tank right out of the gate? You see guys punch themselves out sometimes when they think they have it, especially in the MMA world. They'll rock somebody and then they'll come in and just start firing everything they got, and all of a sudden they realize it wasn't quite enough to finish the job.
Well, and a boot to the throat, it doesn't matter how big your muscles are if you can't breathe.
In the words of Terry Silver, a man can't breathe, he can't fight.
Yeah.
A beautifully placed knee there on that chin lock. He's got that knee right between the shoulder blades. You can see how it's like puffing the chest out there, so it's hard to take air into his lungs there.
One of the things too about Vince Vega, not only does he have this move in and he's got it locked in very securely, but he's also just talking. He's tearing down on Bodie Williams. He's definitely doing his best to affect his morale. Despite that, Bodie fighting back. Oh.
Big Irish whip on Vince Vega. Beautiful. Spun right around into a sunset flip there out of the corner. Almost had him at 2.5. Vince now a little frustrated he didn't have it. He needs to capitalize here. Bodie's a little stunned. Handful of trunks and hair chucks him out to the floor.
It's a smart move there by Vince. It looked as though Bodie's mounting a bit of a comeback there. Vince just decided to cut it off immediately.
Both men had a moment there where it looked like, I thought maybe both of them were getting gassed a little bit. Vince took the initiative. Sometimes when two men have the exact same idea of what to do, they just kind of get stalled, so to speak. Bodie Williams just took a drink out of a beverage from the ringside fan. You can see the steel grating there on the floor. Vince, it looked like, had Bodie's head into that grating there. Vega with more of a scowl on his face at this point in the match, as opposed to that smile that he had earlier.
Absolutely. You definitely see the signs of frustration.
There's a good game plan, though, on the part of Vince, though. He slowed down the pace. He's not allowing Bodie to start linking moves together. I mean, he's kept him fairly grounded now for the last several minutes. Doc Gregory right in there admonishing Vince for getting on the throat.
Bodie checking his mouth there. He might be bleeding. Oh. Big right hand.
Both these guys firing right-handed knuckle shots right to the cheeks.
Oh,
Bodie
wow.
beat Vince to the punch with a standing drop kick.
I did not expect that.
That is trademark Bodie Williams. I don't know if we've ever seen anybody in Elite Pro with springs in his legs quite like Bodie when it comes to that standing drop kick.
Vince Vega's on the ground. He might be thinking, man, is this 2009? If you remember, it was only a couple of months ago, right here in Short Cap, that Vince promised he would win this match. Big chops.
Bodie's starting to build a little momentum now. Oh, Vince maybe playing a little possum there. He could be going for that final verdict, and he got it.
Oh, he got it in.
That's how he beat me for the Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Championship.
Vince said again a few months ago, right here in Short Cap, he said that loss has haunted him for 15 years.
He's got to go for that cover. He's wasting too much time now. He's talking trash.
I know the final verdict is served him well, but this might be it. Oh, Jake, if he pinned him 30 seconds earlier, you think he won the match just now?
I mean, I think that he had every chance to. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody kick out of that move when he's gone for the cover promptly.
Yeah.
But as we had said before, I mean, I think that it's just been boiling over for so long that he just feels like he's got to talk trash and get it out of his system all at once. And it's, you know, he's got to. He can talk all the trash he wants when the bell rings.
Yeah.
Oh, Bodie just sidesteps and sweeps that leg out. This is exactly the problem. If Vince would have capitalized, this match could have been over by now. Bodie's going up now. Vince still down after getting that leg. It looked like his head kind of bounced off the mat,
Yeah,
too.
it did.
Bodie going to the top. Bodie taking a little extra time here. Oh, and he hits the big splash. And he got him.
History repeats itself 15 years later. High-type Bodie Williams pins Vince Vega right in the center of the ring after the big splash off the top rope.
Lightning is struck again. Bodie Williams is your victor 15 years after the fact.
Much to the adulation of this crowd.
Well, maybe Vince Vega will wait another 15.
And right into the big Battle Royal, the Dick Karakoff Memorial Battle Royal, the 4th annual Dick Karakoff Memorial Battle Royal. You know, the first winner was TJ Sykes. The second winner was Cisco, El Matone Cisco. Last year's winner, Mason Walls. And this year, who's it going to be? First entering the ring here, we have the Appalachian Fight Club, Big Andrew Stevens, Bo Steele, The Coop, and their ringleader, so to speak, and JJ Grizzly.
The ever-growing team of the Appalachian Fight Club.
Yeah, that's a crew and a half.
The Coop, the newest member, but man, you got a lot of beef on this team.
Yeah. Hunter Price, the winning enterprise. Head to the ring. We'll see if he can make. He's been making a name for himself in Elite Pro, but this would be a golden opportunity for him to separate himself from
He's
the
a
pack.
big fan favorite. My first advice to him for this match would be to stay out of the ring until some more people come out, because right
call.
now, I mean, you've got a lot of humanity in that ring just waiting for him.
Non-stop Andrew Thompson making his way to the ring. This young man's had some really good showings here as of late as well at Elite Pro. A regular on Throwdown Thursday. Again, like you said about Hunter, I wouldn't be climbing in that ring right now.
One of the most hated men here at Elite Pro.
A hated duo, yeah. The faculty, the coach, Coach Osborne, and former Elite Pro CEO, Jacob Edwin, the professor.
And right as I was about to say, there's a great opportunity for a lot of these young talent to get in here and make a name for themselves and strap a rocket to the rear end, to say this, so to speak. Jacob Edwin is a seasoned pro looking to do the same.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
Obviously coming off the heels of being that former CEO, he's going to be looking to get himself right back into the main mix of things.
And the return of Dalton Hayes, the Appalachian American.
This is here, former Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, former Appalachian American, Dalton Hayes. You know, when I think of him and his, I don't recall if it was during his title run, but I remember him wrestling at the Mineral County Fairgrounds, wrestled Brandon Scott to a classic.
That was the night that he won the Cruiserweight Championship.
Was that the championship win?
I believe so.
Here we have Troy Tickle.
Redneck Troy Tickle.
Yeah.
Rolling into short gap now. He's a perfect example of a guy trying to make a name for himself.
Yeah.
And he showed a lot of promise in recent weeks at the Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance arena.
I know we were both really impressed with his performance against Jason Radatz. It was a few months ago. Here we have Danny Grandview, assisted by his manager Cabana Boy. New face here at Elite Pro. Former Elite Pro Tag Team Champion and one half of Malice Dallas.
Dallas in the house.
Dallas Riggs.
What an interesting character Dallas is. I mean, he never fails to amaze you with what he's able to accomplish. What a success story he's been.
Yeah, and when I'm not amazed, I'm befuddled. A bit baffled.
He's like a riddle that you just can't quite unravel.
Yep. Here we have a newcomer, Ryan Lee. He just got off of community college soccer practice. See what he does, making his in-ring debut this week. And the return of an Elite Pro original here since the second show ever, and that is none other than Travis Tarvin. Former Elite Pro, two-time Elite Pro Tag Team Champion. And definitely a fan favorite these days. So before it kicks off, Jake, you got any predictions here?
The ring's really filling up here. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of great talent in there. I got to go with the Appalachian Fight Club just because of the numbers game. I mean,
yeah.
The thing is that do they all have a common goal? Do they draw straws to see which one they're going to protect to try to see who can get to the win, or are they going to end up going at it with each other? I don't know. But I would say I'm going to give it to the Appalachian Fight Club as far as the opportunity for this. He's really got to fire those chops in there. He's not going to make a statement too long with that. Instantly, Edwin all over him in the corner, along with the coach. Professor Edwin, the most experienced guy in the ring. I would have to give it to big Andrew Stevens.
Yeah.
As the biggest man in the ring.
Yeah, and to have the second biggest man in Bo Steele, obviously in cahoots with him, makes both those guys especially dangerous.
And depending on the scale you're looking at, JJ Grizzly is probably right up there with both of them. So, I mean, it's a pick 'em on how big one man's lunch was compared to one man's dinner.
Yeah. What's it come down to? What when it comes down to those three men?
I want to see it. I mean, that's a fight club in itself.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
That's what they call themselves. So I'm sure they're no stranger to getting it on with each other and throwing some shots at each other. So Dallas Riggs, Troy Tickle firing away at Dallas Riggs there with some left hands.
That's the thing is, and we mentioned it before, but Troy Tickle, this guy does not take a backseat to anybody. When you're out there throwing hands with Jason Radatz for 10, 12 minutes. It's not something everybody can do.
There's something unique about Troy Tickle as well, as we've seen. I mean, the name is kind of comical, but one thing, and you know this very well, southpaw. So whenever he's coming at a guy typically doesn't understand some of the angles that's coming at him. And some of these shots that he throws, it's almost like they're not seeing him coming because they're coming from a different angle than they're used to.
Yeah. Dalton Hayes has JJ Grizzly in the corner, laced in with a chop. Grizzly's the kind of guy, though. Oh, there it is. I was just about to say, Grizzly's the kind of guy you don't want to chop him and walk away.
Yeah, Jake Edwin teetering on the top there. He's nearly out. Oh, yeah. It looked like he went to either the throat or the eyes there from our vantage point.
Oh. Ryan Lee might need to take his soccer ball and go home because that was brutal. It's like he ran into a brick wall going 40 miles an hour.
He's definitely in some no-gi jiu-jitsu gear.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Please take no offense to that. That's
with a martial arts background. He's got some grappling gear on there. It is some new gear. This is his first match ever in the ring.
Yeah.
So he definitely wants to make a name for himself. But you can see there's a little bit of maybe not intimidation, but trepidation as far as getting in there and just start firing away on guys. You can see that he's just trying to take it all in right now and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, that's no criticism of that, man. That just speaks to I have the same amount of ignorance when it comes to soccer as I do when it comes to jiu-jitsu. I have next to no knowledge on either. Andrew Thompson making he was hitting Big Andrew Stevens, and Stevens just turned around immediately, just manhandled him right over the top. Oh, Tarvin put everything right behind it to run into the coach. Coach moved out of the way. Oh no, Grizzlies got a hold of Dallas, slamming him into Dalton Hayes in the corner. Oh.
You can see the power of the Appalachian Fight Clubs just taking over here.
The thing about Grizzly, there's no finesse in his maneuvers, but what he lacks in being fancy, he more than makes up for with just utter brutality. Speaking of brutality, Andrew Stevens there doing just a big drop right at the bottom of Ryan Lee.
Somebody just got eliminated on the far side there. I didn't see who it was.
Who were we missing there? Was that Dallas?
Travis Tarvin, perhaps? I think Travis Tarvin just got eliminated on the far side.
Yeah. Dallas Riggs is out
Dallas
as well.
Riggs is out, I believe. Andrew Stevens is on the floor on the far side, too. He may have been dumped.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Tarvin's still in there.
Yeah, Tarvin is still in there. It was Andrew Stevens on that far side that got eliminated. There were so many bodies that it took to dump him over, I couldn't tell who it was. That's huge, though. I mean, Andrew Stevens to be eliminated there. Is Bo Steele in there, or did he get eliminated as well? See the Coop on the far side there, and he's gone.
Oh.
He just got knocked off the apron.
So the entire Appalachian Fight Club's been eliminated from this?
I think JJ Grizzly's down on a knee.
Oh.
Just got up. Travis Tarvin's firing away at JJ Grizzly now, but the rest of the Fight Club has been eliminated.
Troy Tickle also eliminated.
In the corner there, Andrew Thompson found him.
We're down to Ryan Lee. I'll tell you what, for his first wrestling match, the man's still in the ring.
Still in there, and he's teetering.
Oh!
And right as we said it, he gets dumped by Andrew Thompson.
Nothing to be ashamed of there, though. I mean, the guy, stepped in there. He's in the final. Oh!
Caught himself.
Yeah, that's
Dalton
good.
Hayes saw it coming. Grizzly tried to telegraph the rope pull. Professor Edwin over here in the corner. Just kind of milling around, taking a breather. Not a bad idea.
Dalton Hayes on Jake Edwin.
Oh, big forearm.
Dalton Hayes was in the final five there. Now we're down to the final four. JJ Grizzly. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't realize Hunter Price is still in the ring.
JJ's teetering up on the top rope, but he's gone.
Oh!
And the Appalachian Fight Club has officially been eliminated from this match. Oh, Edwin sneaks up behind Tarvin, and Tarvin's gone.
We are down now. Wow, Tarvin's
Final three, I think.
Tarvin's disappointed there. We got Jake Edwin, and we need to look behind him because he's got, like you said, down the final three. You got Hunter Price and Andrew Thompson. These guys have been what?
Oh my God! Andrew Thompson just shuttled Hunter Price to the floor. These guys have been tag team partners over and over again.
Just about every
Thompson
Thursday.
Doing now? What just happened? Thompson just saluted Edwin and just eliminated himself from the Karakov Battle Royal. Professor Jacob Edwin is your winner.
Yeah, that the coach is here. There's
the coach reemerges.
The 6-foot trophy.
Andrew Thompson in the ring now. Was this a predetermined alliance? I mean, it looks like a plan unfolding right before our eyes.
It definitely does.
What a shame that beautiful trophy is going to go to an underhanded plan.
Yeah, that also robbed these fans of seeing a legitimate end to this contest. And looks like they're
faculty is apparently welcoming Andrew Thompson with open arms.
If you're Andrew Thompson, I guess, you think about the choice you have to make here is voluntarily jumping out and eliminating yourself when he had a 50-50 chance of winning this. It was down to the two of them. But he eliminated himself, I guess, thinking that he's playing the long game here and there's a bigger advantage to joining this crew. And, not only not winning the match, but also turning.
I mean, you have the coach, you have Professor Edwin, and do we have the star athlete?
Jake, I just can't get over that. That's crazy. What we just witnessed.
What an unbelievable turn of events there. Andrew Thompson has been a fan favorite for months now at Elite Pro, and that quickly turns on a longtime tag team partner, Hunter Price.
At the opposite end of the spectrum, when you're talking about fan favorites, we have King Kalua here coming to the ring with Dr. Douglas Crane.
An absolute legend of professional wrestling with over 40 years in this wrestling business and still at the top of his game, and as you can see, about as colorful as a man as you're ever going to find in wrestling. Dr. Crane looks like he just came from a Caribbean island.
What's he doing? Oh, it's praising Kalua. It's funny how Dr. Crane is real selective when he needs and doesn't need that cane.
Yeah, I found that interesting. It's kind of like the forearm pad that Iron Mike Sharp wore for 30 years.
Notice he's carrying it now. Sometimes he's spinning it like he's practicing a Broadway show.
Without so much as...
Another Elite 15th anniversary show. I was here at the first one. Show up! And in those 15 years, you people have never, ever learned the meaning of the word respect. You show that respect to this man, King Kalua. He's done more in the past 5 minutes than you idiots will do in your whole miserable stinking life. Put it down, lady, or I'll take it down.
We hear from Dr. Crane quite often. 15-year anniversary show, obviously no exception. But who's stepping out here to square off? None other than Mr. Excellence, Brandon Scott.
Brandon Scott, former Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance heavyweight champion, former Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance cruiserweight champion.
Yeah.
I mean, he has done it all in the world of pro wrestling, much less here at the Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance. And making his return, he's got a formidable opponent here. This is going to be a great matchup. I mean, this is a nice contrast to styles.
Absolutely. I talked to Brandon a little earlier. He said these guys have never wrestled each other. And it's so funny. I mean, Brandon's been in, a pillar of the area for, close to a quarter of a century. And like you said, you have King Kalua who's been in this in excess of 4 decades. The idea that these two have never crossed paths in a ring. It's being brought to you right here at Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance 15-year anniversary show.
I think it goes without saying, Brandon, with the speed and youth advantage here, I think Kalua obviously with the strength and size advantage. So, I mean, this is a nice contrast here. This is going to be very interesting to see how this match goes on. I wonder if Brandon's going to try to run him down, or if they're going to go big collar and elbow lockup. And there's that size and strength that I just spoke on there. And Kalua will be the first one to tell you about the difference.
That's for sure.
And Kahlua always showing up in great shape. I mean,
Yeah.
for decades.
Brandon not getting very far when it comes to these lockups.
And there's a feeling out process here. I mean, and Brandon knows this. And sometimes, when somebody takes that kind of advantage, almost giving them that kind of advantage gets a false sense of security, a false sense of confidence. And, Brandon's no stranger to this game. He understands what it's going to take to try to get the advantage. Beautiful head scissors there. It was smart by Kahlua not to come all the way back to his feet and try to go right back into him either.
Yeah.
He could have walked right into something. You see that a lot from guys. They'll pop up too quick. They'll try to get right back into the mix because they feel like they were made to look stupid. They'll walk right back into something, a headlock, a takeover, something.
Well, a man of his ability and experience is not going to give in to emotional decisions. Everything he does out there is...
Brandon right back with that head scissors. Kahlua kicks out again and again. He stays on those knees with the fists up. I mean, how many times over the years have you seen a guy try to pop up too quick, get arm drug or hip tossed or body slammed because they were off balance when they got back up?
Right. When you have a guy out there with the experience of Kahlua, in your view, what specifically are the advantages of having a Dr. Crane out there?
Well, I think, one, it's always good to have somebody shouting things that you may not see.
Yeah.
He's seeing a completely different angle. It's like having a cornerman in boxing or MMA or something. You're seeing things from an outside perspective, and sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment, you're not seeing certain things. You're not seeing certain positions that a guy may be going for or a certain angle that they're coming at.
He's also good for shoulder rubs, apparently.
And he's a great distraction. I guarantee you at some point he's going to get the attention of Brandon Scott, and that's going to leave an opening. And Kahlua's been around so long and so methodical with his offense that he's going to see those openings as soon as they open up. And you can see here, I mean, he understands the speed that Brandon Scott possesses and the way he can tie some moves and momentum together. So he's grounding him at this point. It's like one move at a time, slow him down. Right now, Brandon Scott's wrestling a King Kahlua match. Another big shoulder tackle there. Oh, and there's that speed. Ducks under two. Oh, wow. Brandon Scott, one step ahead, cross body block there. Oh, and that's exactly what I mentioned earlier. He's popping up on glancing blow. But that's exactly what I spoke of there just a moment ago when he popped up to. But I think he was phased. I think he was dazed whenever he got shot. Took that shot. Turned right into an arm drag. He comes down on that arm drag a little awkwardly there. He may have even hit his head on the apron there because when he come up, he looked staggered before that drop kick. And it was like, he kind of looked like he was going to go down anyway, and there was a glancing blow on that drop kick as well.
Crane trying to pull him out of the chair.
Crane's never been a fan of getting too close to the fans, and I don't blame him. Kahlua slowing things down, but Brandon wasting no time getting on him on that apron.
And that's smart.
Oh, and he's going north-south there with those turnbuckles.
Oh,
brought him in the hard way. Shot to the stomach there. Beautiful sunset flip. Referee CJ right in position there for that 2.5.
Brandon Scott counting them off.
And these are closed fists. The referee giving the count there. Hey, Kahlua just sinks in that corner.
Dr. Crane is definitely concerned.
Brandon going up now. I mean, he's staggered for sure. Brandon, is he going for a moonsault? Oh, he gave him a shot right there to the hamstring, it looked like.
Well,
it almost looked like a low blow.
You said it only moments ago. Dr. Crane would find a moment to get Brandon Scott's attention and turn the tide. That right there is what makes him valuable to a man like Kahlua.
Just that quickly, the tide of the match has changed too. You can see the swagger of Kalua coming out now.
Yeah, you can always tell when he's on top because he's swaggering and Crane's, complaining and criticizing fans at ringside.
It's amazing how quick he goes from being staggered and stumbling around to completely arrogant. And Dr. Crane once again, he's got that cane across the back of the neck too.
Crane has that Caribbean shirt, like you mentioned earlier. Like, I think he's too cheap to spend the money to actually go to Tahiti. He's probably sitting in his backyard with a fan on medium, drinking a Keystone.
Stomping away now. Referee right there admonishing him to, Kalua's not going to really care.
Yeah. But what a great featured match that we have here for the 15-year anniversary show. Again, these two never having crossed paths. They've never been anywhere else and stepped in the ring with each other. Oh!
Beautiful powerbomb. I thought maybe he was going for a pile driver there, and he just muscled him up.
Yeah. It was nice how he dropped down to his knees, too. Brought it all down.
It was a unique way to do it and put him in a great position to go for that. And now he could have hooked a leg there. He probably should have hooked a leg. Again, there's such a fine line between confidence and overconfidence, and I think that's what we had there, but I don't know that he really wanted to finish it that quick.
Yeah, I agree.
Goes right to that chin lock now. Brandon quick to get back to his feet, too. That's smart. You can't have a guy with the chest width of a Kalua leaning on you. There's that knee to the breadbasket, that kitchen sink. Brandon Scott flips head over heels. And once again, King Kalua has slowed down the pace of this match. Measuring with that knee to the chest. Kind of in the shoulder area there.
And you get to that point where covering a guy, I know you've been there, I've been there, where you're on the ground and it takes everything you have just to roll that shoulder. Cover a guy 2-3 times. It just eats up all that energy that you got left.
Oh, Brandon just tried to snatch a headlock just to get some advantage, and Kalua quick to take him out of his boots there.
Referee seeing the boots there on
Could not be more obvious. Brandon taking a beating now, and now draping him across the rope there. Dr. Crane, once again, Dr. Crane with that cane.
This is basically a 2-on-1 match at this point. Crane leaning on that crane to scuttle off.
Brandon's still shaking off the effects of that, but Crane, as he shuffles around the ring. And Brandon didn't see it. Kalua comes up with that left-handed lariat. That is ring presence 101 there. He saw him from two sides of the ring away, that he knew exactly the trajectory. He just waited in the wings. Like a snake in the grass. Ooh, now that swagger once again.
Yeah.
Dr. Crane giving him words of encouragement as he goes by. This is almost uncharacteristic of Brandon being slowed down to this pace. I mean, he's been on the ground now for the last few minutes.
Well, and all the respect in the world to him, he's tried to mount a comeback. He's tried to mount some kinetic energy in there, and just keeps getting cut off by King Kalua.
Tell you what, we've seen it between Kalua and Dr. Crane. I mean, we've seen a master class on how to distract the referee.
Yeah. That was 2 3/4 for sure.
And I don't know if Brandon's that hurt or if he almost got caught sleeping from just the daze that he's in from taking the beating.
When sometimes even a half a second, you need that little bit of extra time, you'll take anything you can get. Because, when you're being pinned, you're not being punched.
Oh, and a big bear hug there. Just to go back to that lateral press there where he almost got caught. I mean, a lot of times when the fans are getting behind you and they start clapping, they start stomping, I mean, it can almost jumble in your mind like a count when a referee goes for the count. It's like you're hearing so much banging going on, you don't really know which one is the count of the referee and which one is somebody outside the ring, hitting a chair or stomping their feet or clapping their hand. And Kalula working that perfectly executed bear hug there. So unfortunately, I got a match coming up here to defend this hybrid championship, so I'm going to have to slip out here and go get myself ready and warmed up.
Sure.
But I'm going to take leave of you here. I hate to leave this match, but I'm going to jump back in here a little later. But
all right.
Wish me luck.
Yeah. Hey, good luck. We'll talk to you here soon. All right, Kalua still holding on to that bear hug. Referee raising Brandon Scott's arm. Still checking with him. That's 2. Could this be it? No, Brandon Scott holding on. Fighting back. Oh, big thunderclap. And it was enough to at least break the hold. Brandon Scott going right back into the corner. Some big shots. Goes to shoot him off. Reversed into the corner. Oh, Kalua, I think he paused there. Took a shot right to the face. Coming back in. Another boot to the head. He's definitely wobbling there. Brandon trying to bring him down, but he's just not leaving his feet. Ducks the clothesline. Oh, kick to the stomach. Oh, nice. This might be it. Brandon Scott turned it around. 1, 2. Brandon's more surprised than I am, but I'm pretty surprised too. Didn't get the pinfall there. King Kalua once again kicking out. And it is anybody's match at this point. Brandon definitely doing better here than Kalua, who's on the ground with his, well, for all intents and purposes, his friggin' tag team partner outside the ring, yelling for him to get up. Brandon picking Kalua up off the apron, or off the canvas, puts him in the corner. Kalua reverses it. Oh, catches him. Oh! He didn't get it all, but I tell you what, the snapback right there, that might be enough. Two and a half there. Brandon trying to mount this comeback. Again, anybody's match here. Brandon looking to the crowd here. Looks like he's going up top. Shouldn't waste any time. Should hurry up and get up there. Kalua also now to his feet. Dr. Crane up on the apron. Oh! Hit Brandon Scott in the ribs and in the back with his cane. Referee didn't see it. Oh! And King Kalua steals it with a serious assist by Dr. Douglas Crane. Brandon Scott absolutely robbed. Multiple interferences by Crane, up to and including the very ending of the match, hitting him in the back and in the ribs with that cane, knocking him off the top. You know, and still celebrating as if this is a well-earned victory here. Well, as you guys know, Jake mentioned here just a minute ago, he had to get out of here. He's getting ready for the big Elite Pro Hybrid Championship match. That's what we have next once Dr. Crane, Kalua are done celebrating their ill-gotten victory and make their way to the back. We'll be stepping up here to see DB Rivera. And here he is, DB Rivera stepping into the ring for the biggest opportunity of his young career, stepping in the ring against Jake the Machine Davis. And his opponent here, the reigning and defending Elite Pro Hybrid champion, Jake the Machine Davis, here to defend this belt in Short Gap at the 15-year anniversary show. Big moment here for everyone concerned. A big moment specifically for DB Rivera, who had his shot at the belt lined up whenever ISP had it. And due to an injury, he was unable to compete and was able to select his replacement. He chose Jake Machine Davis, who came in promptly defeating ISP, and ever since has been defending the belt in a very open challenge type of way. There's just been like a drawing, and whoever gets that shot, he's giving it to him. He's given a lot of guys ample opportunity and decided to, repay the favor that DB afforded him here a few months ago, and now these guys lock up for the Hybrid Championship. Oh! Slap in the mouth. Big chop. Oh, Jake reverses it. Oh, big standing drop kick. Goes for another one and sends Jake outside the ring. DB Rivera on cloud 9 there. Oh, slid down for a baseball slide. Duck. Oh, nice drop kick, and then landed himself on the ring apron. This young kid has only been in the game for a matter of months, and is already, quite possibly the biggest rise of any student I've ever seen in the last 15 years of Elite Pro. And we've had a lot of good people come through here. It's starting, Bodie Williams, Sean Hudson, Vince Vega, Jason Justice, so many guys over the years coming in, but this kid, big job. Oh my goodness, when you're put down on the apron like that, Jake put him down on the apron and chopping him, there's nowhere for him to even go. He just absorbs all of it. Tosses him back in the ring. Jake has to have 100 pounds on him easily, probably more. Which means every one of those kicks just have so much power and strength behind him. Oh, pump handle slam. Oh, turned it into a shoulder breaker. Going for the pin, that might be... DB Rivera's got a lot of fire. Ah, my goodness. DB taking some big shots there. Jake the veteran known when he's got a moment there. Sends DB to the corner. Ugh, another big job. Oh, big forearm to the back. I've been on the receiving end of those, and I weigh 3 times as much as DB Rivera, and they hurt me. That big kick to the back. We've been seeing that. I always refer to that as the shades of the House of Pain, because that's where I saw that for the first time. Going for the cover again. And with Jake's weight on top of DB Rivera like that, pinning him 2-3 times, it takes more and more out of him just to kick out. Oh, you can see the look of pain on DB's face. While there's absolutely no shame in having to submit, to preserve your career, I doubt DB feels that way. I think he came here to win. This kid's got a heart of a lion, and if attitude and enthusiasm won titles, he'd already be the champion. 2 boots right to the head. Wow! Came in there almost a hurricanrana that ended up turning into a DDT. He's got the cover. 1, 2. Jake kicks out last second there. I don't know about a passing of the torch, but I think DB Rivera is ready to just take that torch. it's been chronicled, before DB Rivera as a young kid would go to the Kaiser Fire Hall, the CPW shows. He saw Jake the Machine Davis wrestle. Jake, Shane Shadows, Leslie Leatherman. Oh, go for that pin. Oh man, 2 9/10 there. DB Rivera almost became the hybrid champion. He's even questioned the referee. He thought he had it too. Half the room did. Slow to get up, but he's quicker to get up than Jake. Picking him up off the ground. Oh, kick might have been a little low. Caught him there in the stomach. Jake answered it. Oh my goodness. Big power bomb there. Definitely took some of the starch out of DB Rivera. Gives Jake a chance to recoup a little bit. Both men gathering themselves as the count has started. Tell you what, this match is a lot closer than I expected. I think DB Rivera, I know he wanted to be the champion and wants to be the champion, but he has a real shot here. Oh, Jake spills him out onto the apron. Oh, big kick to the head. Jake has to be seeing stars there. Oh, DB Rivera's knee started to give out there. Jake grabs him. Oh! 1, 2, 3. There it was. The big Jake's patented spine buster. Ultimately did DB Rivera in to retain the championship. Still your Elite Pro Hybrid champion, Jake the Machine Davis, but hats off to DB Rivera. This guy has a huge future in front of him. I thought so before this match, and everybody thinks so afterwards. What a great match. What a great match. DB Rivera, nothing to be ashamed of there. I think we're going to see a lot more of this guy. I'm sure he's not only, earned the respect of the fans that maybe haven't seen him wrestle on this particular stage. This is his debut here in Short Gap, West Virginia, in a singles match. He's been a regular part of the Throwdown Thursdays. But definitely gained some fans here today, and I'm sure in the respect of Jake Davis. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back from intermission here, getting ready to go into our next contest. What an incredible first half we've had here.
I'm back in. I'll tell you what, we got a big match coming up here, ladies championship match, but I'll tell you what, DB Rivera brought it tonight. I'll tell you that.
What an incredible match. Definitely worthy of the 15-year anniversary show. That kid's got it.
Tell you what, I had several minutes there afterwards. We got in the locker room. We had a few words and stuff like that, and kind of talked things over. And man, that kid's got a heart of gold, and he literally just wants to be as good as he can be. And he caught me off guard almost, but I was able to pull it off. So that's all I can really say about that. I mean, I'll look at the footage later and take a look at my performance and see what I could have done better, because you never stop learning. But man, he's gonna be a player.
Yeah, for sure. It has to be easy though coming back to commentate when you retain the title.
Yeah. I may not have sat back down because I would have had some splaining to do, as they say. Here we go. Oh, and look at this. The Predator Princess.
Oh, that's
Danny
great.
DeVille.
Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance Women's Champion. Has held this title for quite some time and defended the belt against Bashley Bones, who's been making quite the name for herself up and down the East Coast. Danny DeVille, a fan favorite for sure. And the crowd reacting very positive. very positive lead to the women's champion. Oh, nice round. Is that a roundhouse?
Yeah.
That's good stuff. All right, this match is underway. Doc Gregory refereeing. Two ladies get ready to lock up. Oh, Bashley Bones a little quick, a little arrogant there.
Bashley making her first appearance here at Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance. Has her sights set on that Elite Pro Ladies Championship. Once again, ducks under that lockup. And Danny DeVille quick to throw that kick out there, get a little distance.
Always think too, like, you know, the women's champion, specifically Danny DeVille, she's at a specific disadvantage in the sense that when you have the male counterparts with their titles, they're often getting the opportunity to scout, even in person, scout the people that they're defending those belts against. They can see tape every week in some occasions. And with this may be the first time that Danny DeVille's had the opportunity to see this participant in action, and to not really be able to study up in the same way that her male counterparts can. I think it can make her job a lot harder. It makes her opponent, you know, a lot more unpredictable. Waistlock, Danny turns it around.
Nice side headlock there.
Yeah, nice headlock. Oh.
Beautiful headlock takeover. It was almost a judo throw in the way that she didn't unclasp the hands around the headlock there.
Yeah.
It was almost a throw.
Love how Danny's also watching. She's keeping that headlock, but she's also looking over her shoulder, making sure that, you know, those long legs of Bashley Bones aren't coming up to catch her.
Beautiful technique there at stapling in that left arm, so she has the headlock to work, but takes that arm out of the mix. So now trying to get an angle on her to try to back her into those ropes. Danny DeVille and her balance has really come a long way. Looked like she was going for a single leg there, kind of a glancing blow, missed the leg on the way by, goes right into a backslide.
Oh.
I'll be curious to see how Danny implements, she's been training jiu-jitsu now for the last 2 years, to see how she implements that into her pro wrestling game.
Yep, swoops right in, grabs her around the waist.
Sort of a duck under there. It looked almost like she was going for a single leg again, decided to go with that waist lock instead.
Oh, hooking her up for another backslide.
Goes for a second backslide there, caught her again. Bashley quick to kick out this time, taking a breather.
Probably smart.
Getting a little frustration there.
She's waiting, you know, not letting the emotion of the frustration, you know, get the best of her. Biding her time and waiting. It's amazing. Sometimes you see someone burn through so much wind just arguing with the referee to get somebody in the ring. So she's waiting there, waiting, you know, again, biding her time, waiting for her opponent to get back in the ring.
And where's the referee's count is what I'm wondering. I mean, Danny hasn't really made an attempt to leave the ring, so it's not like the referee's count needs to be broken. I mean, Bashley's been out there for probably 35, 40 seconds. Now, finally, Danny, right as I say that, Danny's had enough. Gives chase. Stomped her foot. And again, glancing on that one, the first one she definitely got. Danny's going to just start firing kicks at her now.
Oh.
Came off with an elbow. She's trying to find some awkward angles to come at her at. I mean, you go for a foot stomp, and then you go for like a running back elbow. It's kind of weird. And now grabs that hair. That's one thing. I mean, it looked cool when she came out as the Predator Princess, but there's so much going on with that hair. It's easy to grab a hold of one of those and get that leverage, and you saw it there. She ripped her to the ground. Danny now fighting from underneath. Bashley stomped to the ankle. Very awkward angle there.
Bashley's background originally was in roller derby, so she's no stranger to, you know, breaking the rules and trying to break ankles, break wrists.
Got that knee at an extremely awkward angle there. Now works it into a half grab. See, Danny was trying to stay on her side there to take a little bit of that away, but that put so much torque on the knee, she almost had to roll to her stomach. And now going for the full Boston.
Come on, Danny.
She gets it. But I think with the size advantage, I don't know if Bashley has the strength to be able to lift her completely off to get that angle where she can get her feet up above her head.
Yeah, she needs
At
to
this point, she's just kind of sitting there working on the lower back. Rolls forward now. Gets tangled up with the ropes for a second. Gives Danny a chance to get up. Leg kick blocked there, and another one stomped to the knee.
This is a straight up fight.
I think in many ways you're seeing technique going out the window here, and it's just about trying to see what you can get. She just stepped on the ankle on her way by.
Ah, it's not pretty, but it's effective.
Yeah, I mean, there's shots landing for sure. I mean, this looks more like a slugfest where they're just firing away at each other to see what they can land. That's a bad strategy for anybody when you just start swinging and hopes you catch them first.
Well, and you know, I think it speaks to the philosophy of the way Bashley's approaching this speaks to someone that's used to trying to attack someone while they're on roller skates.
See, as well, Danny throws those leg kicks, but Bashley was almost down. It looked like Danny took that top rope now. At this point, I mean, there's... Once again, the technique's out the window. These guys are just kind of fighting at this point. It looks like more like a street fight in an alley. Kind of a loose chin lock there, not fully applied. It's more of a sleeper, but she doesn't have it hooked with quite as much tension as she needs. Kind of leans down there now, and she needs to pull that head back to the chest as she did there, into the shoulder now, so she get a little more leverage on it. But that top hand needs to go behind the head. Danny's up now. Bulldozers are back into the ropes. Bashley tried to avoid that line coming, but didn't have enough. Danny followed through with it. Big kick there as she charges into the corner.
What a feather in the cap of Bashley Bones, too, to make her debut at Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance if she leaves with this championship. You know, Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance, you won't believe what happens next. It could be anything. Oh, Danny turned it around.
There. Shoulder tackle into the corner.
A lot of force there.
Big snapmare.
Once
again,
again,
Bashley goes back to that chin lock. It's a much tighter chin lock this time. The last time it was a little bit loose. The hand on the top of the right hand there on the top of the head wasn't quite executed as tightly as she wanted, but this time she's really got it ground in there. The referee should actually check under the chin there because it looks borderline choke. Doc Gregory obviously closer than we are, so, and you know, being the senior referee here in Elite Pro, making his return tonight, he's going to see it long before we do. Danny, big head kick, missed it. Brought up a back fist there, and she looks staggered. The rope held her up there on that one, I believe. Kick to the stomach.
Oh, my goodness.
And you can see some frustration with the execution of some of these shots with Danny as well.
Bashley Bones barely rolled that shoulder. Looked like it was more on instinct than anything.
Bashley trying to create distance once again.
Come on, Danny.
Danny uncharacteristically looking frustrated throughout a large portion of this match. Big kick to the stomach.
Oh my goodness.
Big left roundhouse there.
That might be it.
Sure was. Big kick right to the side of the head. Finally set her down. Danny DeVille successfully defending that championship. I mean, she looks kind of frustrated with the performance, but the win nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. That was just a devastating kick to the back of the head. Well, and you know, you Bashley Bones, she came in, she didn't seem to have a lot of respect for her opponent. And here we are, Jake, our next big match here. the six-man tag.
International Dominance, led by none other than Dr. Douglas Crane.
Seems to have changed his wardrobe a bit since the last time we saw him. Deepak Choi from Korea. We have from Mexico City, Mexico, El Matón, the Gatekeeper Cisco. And from Iran, Israel Sharif Fakor. I believe this to be the most dangerous faction on the independent wrestling scene.
All three men bring completely different philosophies bell to bell. It's so hard to prepare a match like this against these three men because all three of these guys bring completely different styles to the ring. So what do you train for?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got the absolute size, power, and strength of Deepak Choi, the technical ability of El Matón Cisco, the Gatekeeper, and then ISP is so unorthodox with his offense.
Well, if you morons, hey, I understand in here, somehow you people made it possible. You are dumber than I was out here a few moments ago. I don't know, but they made it happen. And you see, no more dance contests, although I did have a good time watching Brandon Scott go down in Plains.
And here we go. The Elite Pro Tag Team Champions. KP McGregor and Jason Raddatz apparently looking like Casey Jones from Ninja Turtles in the Shredder.
Quite the homage. If you notice that tattoo sleeve of Jason Raddatz, I mean, he's definitely a character-driven
Yeah.
fan.
Big into horror, big into the pop culture stuff. And their partner, none other than the former Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance heavyweight champion, the Native American himself.
What a team! I just spoke earlier on the International Dominance's way into the ring, like who can train for this, and right there are the three men that fit that bill perfectly.
Absolutely.
This is going to be an unbelievable matchup. I mean, you have 6 of the very top talented athletes here at Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance. This is an unbelievable team in the way that you have KP McGregor, who's one of the youngest people on the roster.
Yeah.
And then you have the Native American Blackhawk, who has over 30 years of experience in pro wrestling. And then there's Jason Raddatz, the most decorated wrestler in Elite Pro. And here we go.
It's starting right now.
They're not even waiting for the opening bell. And we got a 6-way brawl going on the floor here. Jason Raddatz, the first man to be thrown into the ring. Epoch following him in. Raddatz quick to cut him back off. KP and ISP right down the middle there. We have fans that scattered there whenever they were fighting right in their laps.
ISP and Jason Raddatz in the ring.
And this is still going on. Deepak trying to get Cisco up. Everybody trying to regroup. Raddatz just tossed KP over into their own corner.
The Crane family on the ground trying to regroup.
KP McGregor from the top rope takes out the entire International Dominance, and these fans here in short cap are loving it.
KP McGregor looks like he jumped out of an airplane to land on these guys.
He definitely looked like he skydove from the top rope. Raddatz right there to take over on Cisco, dropping that big elbow drop.
I'll tell you, when he jumped off the top there, it reminded me of, about 14, 15 years ago, seeing Scott Titus do the same thing. Jumping off the top like that. That was one hell of a jump.
KP McGregor, I mean, it looked like he jumped and he chose when he came down.
Yeah. You could hardly see those strings.
El Matón took just a little too long. He started posing, almost mocking Raddatz about the difference in muscularity, and it cost him with a big elbow. KP McGregor right in to capitalize on that elbow. these guys work so well as a team. I mean, just to see that technique there, Raddatz goes into his legs to try to trip him, and it takes Cisco off balance not to even see KP come with the elbow.
Yeah.
It's like, do you get tripped or do you avoid the elbow, or do you not get tripped and take the elbow? Because you don't really have a choice to avoid both.
Yeah. Running Bulldog there, it looked like Cisco was able to kind of save his face from it. His chest and stomach took more of it, probably lost some wind.
The veteran Blackhawk in there now, big double axe handle. Blackhawk with that unorthodox southpaw style as well. Oh, there's that big lariat coming with the left hand again. You know, so many guys are so programmed to be like trying to work to the right side because you have so many more right-handed orthodox pros.
Yeah.
And, you know, they come at you with their strong arm. I mean, it makes sense, whether it's a punch, a chop, a clothesline. And when Blackhawk comes at you from the opposite side, like, you don't know where to duck to get out of the way. It's like trying to, you know, throw a baseball with your left hand if you're right-handed. Like, it's just an awkward.
It's definitely assisted me in my handful of victories over the last two decades.
It's like you're trying to wrestle a mirror image of yourself that you're not used to. It's very weird. JP McGregor now, nice front face lock, beautifully execution on the cutting off of the ring now.
Yeah. Nice snapmare there.
Raddatz goes right into that armbar there.
Referee Adam Patton,
Cisco,
right where he needs
nice
to be.
little flip out into that arm drag there. He's got to get the wrist down into the armpit there, and that allowed Raddatz to get up because he had it a little too high. He had that armbar above the elbow joint. Instead of locking that arm out, Raddatz was able to come to his feet from it. Oh, but Cisco one step ahead in that corner there. Massive chest of Jason Raddatz goes into that top turnbuckle full speed. ISP now, the offensive sniper. Epoch, I think, legally tagged into this match for the first time.
Man, he is a monster.
Biggest man on Elite Pro's roster. Now, both these teams so far, at least in the opening stages here, have done a great job of cutting the ring off on their opponents.
KP McGregor back in the ring, big clothesline. These guys are making all the right moves here, tagging quickly. You mentioned
Look at that. Blackhawk comes at him with a right-handed clothesline there and just throws him off. Blackhawk quick to cut that ring right back off again. These guys with these quick tags, I mean, it's great because not only is it not giving you the opportunity to cut a guy off and take him over to your corner, but it's also keeping everybody fresh on the team.
Well, you know,
Epoch, big reversal, but just tossed him. It almost looked like he ankle tripped him on the way by.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad because he's effectively cut the ring off now. Once KP went down, KP quick to duck behind.
It's the ropes. Oh, one for a clothesline.
Oh, he used the momentum going chest first into the top rope, into a belly to back.
KP McGregor about 6 months outside of his rookie year, and I mean, he's already accomplished a lot. I mean, he's accomplished more than a lot of guys do in their first 5 years. Current co-holder of the Elite Pro Tag Team Championship, finds himself in the wrong part of town right now, but like you said before, to be teamed up with Jason Raddatz and Blackhawk, I mean, a ton of experience there.
Beautiful. Kurt Hennig-esque flying snapmare there.
All the experience in the world, though, from those guys is not going to help when they're on the apron and you're in the ring with Israel Sharif Fakor. Can't see from our angle what he was doing there, but Dr. Crane was laughing pretty hard, so I imagine it was illegal.
From KP's body language, I can't imagine it was a textbook chin lock.
Oh,
I think it was meant to be a jawbreaker, but it looked like he took the top of his head right in the corner of the eye, but ISP turns himself inside out with a leg lariat. Raddatz quick to get in the ring. The referee didn't stop the count. He didn't get a hold of him. He got in there, but Raddatz isn't a big rule breaker. He went in just enough to get his attention. Now has the ring cut off once again.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful snap suplex there. And another one. Taking him over with authority there. He's got to watch that trash talk, though. KP almost stumbled back into his own corner, but once again, he does that suplex with his body in between KP and his own corner. Talk a little trash to Blackhawk, it looked like there. Referee now right in there checking on him. Dr. Crane shouting instructions from the floor. Like it or not, you've got to lend some of their success to Dr. Crane.
Oh, for sure. These guys are all, raw talent. Dr. Crane, I think, brings them all together, and, he gets quite a bit for his 65% of the contract.
And I can't say much for the attitude and the tactics, but his strategy is unparalleled. KP now in the, as you said earlier, the wrong part of town.
Oh, goodness.
Big back elbow. The amount of torque and velocity that ISP can generate in a step and a half is unbelievable.
All right, ISP.
KP McGregor gets that foot up just in time. I went for a crossbody.
Missed the crossbody. It looks like his knees are paying the price on that.
He may have hurt that right knee. He laid out for that crossbody, but he had a lot of success right out of the gate earlier when he jumped on all three of them.
That looked like a particularly nasty spill out of the ring there. I don't think you could really expect ISP to care.
That's an ISP in the ring now, jawing back and forth while Cisco's having his way with KP on the floor and throws him back in.
The Chaos has cleared the front row there off to the side.
Big hard buckle there. You can see ISP once again that velocity. He throws his entire body into it. You see Jason Raditz and Blackhawk on the apron. Both of them wanting that tag. We're getting antsy out there. KP McGregor's been taking a beating for quite a while now.
I heard ISP, a couple guys talking about how ISP and Cisco are probably the two best wrestlers to have never held the Elite Pro Heavyweight Championship. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I'd say there's definitely an argument to be made, for sure.
Oh.
Especially like there, I mean, the viciousness those guys have, the mean streak that they have. I think it's literally a lack of opportunities that they've had to this point.
Yeah, for sure. KP not giving up though. He's fighting a good fight here. Oh
wow, that lean in. I mean, KP almost bridged off his head, like almost driving his own head and torquing that neck and the momentum.
Interesting the way he used his body though to cause that momentum. You know, what it reminded me of was the Bruce Lee 2-inch or 1-inch punch.
Yeah.
Reminded me of that, only he did it with his spine.
Like a slow burst of energy there, and ISP went face first into that bottom rope. KP now trying to get over there and trying to make that tag. And he does, the Blackhawk.
Former Elite Pro champion in the ring with a big chop on Cisco. Hits him with another one.
And that one looked like it was right on the chin, to be honest with you. Big power slam.
Never count the withered warrior out.
And KP McGregor is still on the floor. I'm not sure where Jason Raditz is gone. He's out of our vantage point here.
So much action here, you know. And Dr. Crane really hasn't interfered that much. Tell you what, rookie referee Adam Patton doing a good job of maintaining, as much control as could be expected in a six-man tag like this.
KP McGregor, given everything he has in these punches, which isn't a lot at this point, he's taking a beating. Both men on the top now.
Working on fumes at this point.
What do we got here? I thought maybe KP was taking ISP up for like a Spanish Fly or something. Blackhawk now is... And what do we have here?
Oh.
Now, this doesn't look good at all.
Oh my goodness.
Jason Raditz underneath Cisco here. Choi underneath Blackhawk. Oh my gosh! A tsunami of bodies.
I believe everyone involved is worse for having experienced
I
that.
mean, Epoch is the only one still on his feet. Well, Jason Raditz as well. And now these two bulls going at it. That Tower of Doom, I guess you would have to call it a version of it anyway. It's just a tsunami of humans being crushed to the floor. And now these guys firing live rounds off on each other.
Oh. See there, Choi took a knee briefly, but popped right back up.
Two of the hardest hitters in Elite Pro going toe to toe. Thunderous chops back and forth. And as you said, the rookie referee Adam Patton, he's got to maintain some order and get some bodies out of the ring. They got to get this order back. These guys are still going at it. Still far. Oh, big back elbow, and that caught Raditz right on the ear.
Jason Raditz, I mean, as tough as they come, you don't see that guy fall to the ground unless he doesn't have a choice.
Oh, now setting him up by his feet, backing up to the middle rope. Oh, Epoch caught his own partner. No.
Oh my
Sherman did nearly a
goodness!
fallaway slam on his own man with Raditz. That power display, and look at this crowd going nuts. Oh no!
What was that, a code breaker?
Double knee to the face there, yeah, code breaker. Blackhawk from the top. Double tomahawk chop. 3, he got it! He got it!
Blackhawk and the Elite Pro Tag Team Champions KP McGregor and Jason Raditz victorious over the Dr. Crane family International Dominance. What a 6-man tag. You can tell everybody involved is a little worse for wear.
What a matchup. The indie legend Blackhawk off the top rope with that double tomahawk chop for the win. Unbelievable, and they have every right to be celebrating right now.
Yeah, that was just an incredible effort there.
Took everything they had, but they pulled it off. And your winners, KP McGregor, Blackhawk, and Jason Raditz.
All right, Jake. It's been just an amazing show, worthy of the 15-year anniversary, but here we are in the main event, and it's the Elite Pro 4-time champion, TJ Sykes with Leslie Leatherman in tow, to face off against Reggie Collins for the most prestigious belt at Elite Pro, the Heavyweight Championship.
This long-awaited contest. TJ Sykes mandated earlier as the champion he wanted to enter first because he said that he waits for no man.
He was in this very room only a couple of months ago that these guys embarrassingly humiliated Reggie Collins by, cutting his hair, shaving his head. It wasn't enough to get the victory. They tried to demasculate him. They shaved his head, and since then he's had a bit of an upheaval, a resurgence in terms of his motivation, and sometimes I think even like his overall level of aggression. This should be just an amazing wrestling match. Former Elite Pro Heavyweight Champion Leslie Leatherman.
I mean, the champion TJ Sykes, he's obviously well accoladed. Former Cruiserweight Champion, multi-time Heavyweight Champion, holding that championship 4 times.
And here comes the challenger. Earning my spot 24/7, it's the leader of the Resolution, Reggie Collins. He looks ready to go. Man, what a great crowd here tonight. It's been just a wonderful evening, a wonderful night of pro wrestling, and so many Elite Pro fans turned out tonight for this big
And
show.
it's every bit a pro Reggie Collins crowd as it is an anti TJ Sykes crowd.
Sure.
There's no mistake who these people are for here tonight. Reggie Collins looking in the best shape that we have ever seen him in his career.
Let's see, Reggie, he also, he's deceptively young in the sense that, he's just celebrated his 25th birthday, but he's been wrestling professionally for 8 years. And, by anyone's standards, you start to enter that veteran status around that 10-year mark. And it's not 10 years of wrestling three times a year or once or twice a month. He's been out there pretty consistently.
Leslie Leatherman standing his ground now.
You know Double L better than literally anyone. What do you think him coming to the ring, him with this partnership he has with TJ Sykes, what do you think that brings to the table for TJ, and in what ways do you think that could be a direct disadvantage for Reggie?
Well, for one thing, Leslie Leatherman is thinking 3 moves ahead on everyone that he's looking at. Anytime he's near a ring, he's thinking faster than anybody else around him. And I know that from experience of being one of those people that were around him. He's a hard man to handle when it comes to strategy and when it comes to the psychology of what needs to happen. And, TJ is a handful of a man when it comes to that bell to bell in that squared circle. Obviously the gold tells that story, and all 4 times he's held it. But Reggie Collins is a tall task here because trying to defeat TJ Sykes is tough. Trying to defeat TJ Sykes with Leslie Leatherman is nearly impossible. And Leslie Leatherman, that's a man that Reggie Collins, self-proclaimed, has looked up to since he was a small child.
Sure.
Leslie Leatherman held Reggie Collins when he was born.
Yeah.
This is a man that he looked up to his entire life, and he feels so betrayed. So there's a certain distraction to that too.
And I wonder with his youth if he's going to let emotion override, logic and making the right move here.
And there's although on the flip side of that, there's been a certain edge to Reggie Collins that maybe was missing there for a long time. In their last contest right here in Short Gap, whenever they went at each other, he didn't have the same fire that he has right now. He hasn't taken his eyes off TJ since he stepped out there. And the last time these guys competed for the heavyweight championship, he was doing his thumbs up thing. He's high-fiving fans. He was distracted by the glitz and the glamour of being in that title match. But now he's looking dead straight into the eyes of TJ Sykes. He hasn't taken his eyes off him.
A lot more focus and
intensity is another aspect of that too.
A bit of physical thickness there too. Looks like he's put some muscle on even since the last time we saw him here at Short Gap.
Oh wow! Big open hand right. Beautiful takedown there. And now firing away right out of the gate, throwing the closed fist. TJ palm thrust now. Reggie wasted no time bending those rules here in this title match. Legendary referee Doc Gregory. Oh, and now a soccer kick right to the lower back and a big forearm. Doc Gregory giving those guys a little room to go at it here. He's not getting in the way. He should have already separated these guys by via the rule book.
It's not Doc's first rodeo. I think he knows. Main event, 15-year anniversary show. Let the crowd see what
You've got to let
to
it go. You've got to let it go. Reggie, 2 blocks there on that middle turnbuckle, and TJ, nice reversal there. Beautiful standing missile drop kick off that middle rope. And Reggie nips up. TJ quick to get to the floor. TJ a little worse for wear on the floor. Obviously, Leslie Leatherman giving the referee, explaining what needs to be happening here. Oh! Reggie lands on his feet.
Is that a suicide dog if you land on your feet? Is that more of a poncho?
Yeah, flying punch over the top. It looked like he kind of moved that knee a little bit, like he kinked it maybe on the landing. That may affect him as the match goes on. Oh, nice European uppercut there and another one.
Reggie's made those European uppercuts a staple. Ah, TJ was done with that. Ah!
Oh, and he clutches that knee again. Oh, running drop kick.
Once again, TJ Sykes slides out of the ring to regroup.
It looked like Reggie clutched that left knee there on that backflip landing. He grabbed. I'm not sure if it's the same knee that he grabbed whenever he jumped to the ground out there with that poncha.
I'll tell you what, too. While TJ was definitely busy and may have not noticed, you can bet your bottom dollar that Leslie Leatherman noticed that.
Absolutely, he may have even spoke to him there about it. Yeah. Leatherman's already lost the jacket. He looks like he's ready to get in there himself.
That's another thing to keep in mind is Leslie Leatherman is not someone that has retired and just sticks strictly to management. Like Leslie Leatherman competes.
Yeah,
he's a force to be reckoned with in his own right.
At Elite Pro, he's been active on the Throwdown Thursday events. Reggie now, he's still got some momentum going, but you can definitely tell he's moving a little gingerly on that knee. Oh, and it may have gone out on him there that took him into that middle turnbuckle. Doc Gregory right on top of the action there, checking Reggie out. Oh, and this isn't going to help. I guarantee you that's what Leatherman did. He pointed out the fact that he was walking on that knee, and you can see the smile on Leatherman's face there. Hey, what those steel posts are as unforgiving as it gets. Oh, and now putting the ball of his foot right above the knee on that thigh, digging it into it.
He's checking. Oh, Reggie Collins. Oh!
Oh, and a jawbreaker. Got his shoulder right underneath. It's almost more of a stunner than a jawbreaker.
Definitely bought himself a moment that he needed.
Oh, big leg kick there. Oh, look at the torque on that. And that range of motion, like the body doesn't allow itself to have that kind of range of motion.
See there, Reggie trying to kick him with his one free leg.
At this point, with that kind of folding that knee, I mean, you're separating that. Oh, and now he's got almost a reverse Indian deathlock. He's got that leg triangle. Oh, Reggie tried to reach back and he caught it. Now torquing those fingers as well. Reggie tied up like a pretzel at this point. TJ joint manipulation, top to bottom here.
Oh,
nice little backhanded paintbrush. Oh, and he kicked it right across the side of the ear.
Not enough behind it to, oh my goodness, not enough behind it there to do much more than irritate TJ.
Right back to that knee. I don't know on that Irish whip if Reggie had the dexterity to be able to turn into those ropes as you typically would see when somebody's thrown into those ropes to try to come back out of them. I mean, and I know from knee injuries over the years, I mean, if your knee starts to go, you have no range of motion.
Yeah.
Trying to change direction on a dime just doesn't work. You can do more damage trying to turn. And now look at this. He's just got his fist pressed right into the side of that kneecap, right into that tendon. Doc Gregory right there in Reggie's face asking him, oh, Reggie, better watch. You almost let that shoulder down.
Oh, big shot.
Trying to fight back now, trying to fight out of it.
Both men definitely feeling the effects here.
You can see this capacity crowd getting behind Reggie. PJ charging in, big boot. Reggie got that boot up. Oh, you can see the injury to that knee. He nearly lost it trying to get up there on the ropes, but he's up. Oh, but it gave TJ just enough time.
Oh.
Reggie spills all the way to that concrete floor, and as you can see there is no padding out there on the floor. That is straight concrete. As it well, they're closing in.
Yeah, looming about.
Look, one of our ringside staples, Cody Beal, looking like he wants to tag Reggie in, so he can come in and try to help him out.
Man, I'm hoping this doesn't end in a count out. What a shame that would be to end this, this big night, this anniversary show on a count out. I don't think TJ Sykes wants it either.
TJ wasn't happening. TJ interrupts the referee's count. You don't see that very often.
I think he knows that he's got Reggie Collins' number. When he beat him, last month, I think he feels like he's got his number. He's gonna get the full win on this.
And ultimately beat him convincingly. I mean, Reggie had to work his way back into this title shot. I mean, the humiliation that he suffered after the loss, it changed him.
Look at this.
Look at this. Cody's literally helping him to his feet.
This right here is what the Reggie-lution is all about, being a member of the Reggie-lution. Look at this.
And nearly putting himself in harm's way, because Leslie Leatherman's right there.
How many times have you seen a fan help, their guy get back in the ring? Look at this. Might have been able to use an extra minute or two.
Where's security?
Yeah. But you know what? If it saved the count out, even though Reggie's a little worse for wear, I'm sure ultimately, especially if this goes his way, he's going to be happy about it. TJ Sykes just toying with him. Reggie has more in the tank than I think TJ expected.
Never say die attitude from Reggie here. Oh, and once again, right back to that knee. And you can see the agony on his face as he's torquing that half crab. See, a lot of times when you have that right leg, you put your right arm around that right leg, and you're not getting as much torque. When you change to the left leg, you get so much more torque on it. And as you can see now, I mean, it's an inverted version of that crab. He's almost got his arms figure four around it like a Kimura. Once again, Doc Gregory giving him a little bit of room. And he gave him a count and told him to break it. But, he probably could have hit 5 a few seconds prior to what he did.
Yeah.
Once again, Leslie Leatherman right there on top of the action. And you can only assume he's waiting for his window of opportunity for Doc Gregory to look the other way.
He's taunting Reggie Collins there. But when you're hurt, when you're down and out, sometimes that can have the opposite effect. Sometimes that will fuel you to come back and fight, and sometimes it just knocks you further down.
Especially when you're talking about a man that you self-proclaimed admired your entire life. Small package. Reggie quickly back up to and the leg just gave out.
Oh, he's got the figure 4.
Beautifully executed figure 4 now.
You don't see that every day, especially in the independent scene. TJ Tape, he just could tuck that one foot there under the leg, get a lot more out of it.
He's pretty much in the center of the ring there, but with the long wingspan of Reggie Collins, he may be able to reach that rope here in the foreground. If he really tried to. I mean, at this point, the agony, the last thing you're thinking is rope. You're thinking, I got to get out of this. I got to fight back. Now he's thinking about it.
Don't you grab that rope. Don't grab that rope. Don't you do it. That's a coward's way.
Oh, that may have been a mistake. He may have rolled himself back more toward the center, farther away from the rope. Oh, but no, he got him over. Completely reversing the pressure of that figure 4. And you can see that calf slicer that it ultimately turns into on TJ. TJ's bearing the pain here. You know as well as I do, for somebody that's never been in a figure 4 leg lock, even if you can roll over to your stomach and reverse the pain, it still puts a lot of pressure on your straightened knee.
Yeah.
It's almost like putting yourself in a knee bar there to try to get that pain in the back of the calf on that calf slicer. Those men now fighting to get back to their feet once again. Beautiful single leg. Oh, Enziguri kick. TJ is down. How much damage to that knee has Reggie taken?
Reggie trying to power himself back up, will himself back to verticality while Leslie Leatherman is in there in the ear of TJ Sykes. The Elite Pro Heavyweight Championship is on the line. TJ Sykes, 4-time champion. Reggie Collins having never held the belt.
Reggie on rubber legs now, and it looks like TJ is too.
He's always happy. He's always happy.
Big knife edge chop. And another one. And a third one. Reggie's got to muster up some offense here. There it is, a nice block and a right hand and another one. Do a shot. That was the better knee. Oh no, he was going for that fisherman suplex and TJ. TJ now going for a big suplex. Oh, and Reggie returns the favor.
Referee letting this slide on both sides.
Well, it's good for the goose, I say, or Doc does. One-legged fisherman suplex.
The Regplex, as it were. You don't see a one-legged Regplex every day.
That was close, though. Reggie may have. We don't know. We'd have to ask Doc, but it looked like Reggie's shoulders were down as well. TJ did kick out, so it voided the pin. But I'm not sure. You know, with being on one leg, Reggie wasn't quite able to get those shoulders up off the ground.
Referee's trying to give him some leeway there, but he's still got to do the count here. Hopefully, these guys get up off the mat here. Oh, he tried to do the nip up. Yeah. One-legged nip up? I haven't seen that.
Now hoisting himself to the top rope. He's perched on that top. And there it is, the big crossbody block. Oh, and Leatherman came into... He didn't actually break up the pin, but Reggie jumps off. He thought maybe he'd drop an elbow or something. Come on, ref, get Leslie out of the ring. Oh, TJ just missed the back fist. Reggie ducked just in time. Catching Leatherman right in the jaw.
Oh!
Big back fist of his own. Big spinning back fist. Reggie Collins takes TJ down. TJ is staggered right now. And Reggie trying to hoist himself up onto the ropes. Steps to the top. Big crossbody block. Hooks the leg.
1, 2, 3.
He got him. He got him.
Reggie Collins is the new Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion.
It happened. It happened. Reggie Collins has spent his entire adult life trying to reach this point and finally stands on top of the Elite Pro mountain. Damaged knee and all. Reggie Collins handed the Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Championship title belt. And it's now sinking in.
Fans couldn't be happier. I mean, it's been a long time, was helping setting the rings up at the age of 10, started training at the age of 16, made his pro debut at the age of 17. It's been, almost 8 years, and here we are, Reggie Collins, the Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion. Obviously the moment, you can see, means a lot to him. Oh, locker room clearing out.
Elite Pro stars coming to ringside now. I think I gotta get in on this.
Jake Davis has stepped out of the commentary booth here. You know, everybody coming down there to hoisting Reggie Collins up to celebrate there. We got the Elite Pro Women's Champion, Danny DeVille there, along with Brandon Scott, D.B. Rivera, Hunter Price, Jason Radetz, Dalton Hayes, Bodie Williams, Dallas Riggs, Travis Tarvin, KP McGregor. What a moment. What a huge moment. Jake has said down at ringside now. Just a huge moment, and what a way to end the 15-year anniversary show